In this video, I wanted to share a way that you can scan your 35mm film. It's going to give you a high quality result and is incredibly easy to use. Now, if you're into film photography like myself, buying film, getting it developed, and getting your film scanned into a digital format is kind of expensive. I wanted to find a way where I could reduce those costs, and the one way that I could do that was being able to scan my film myself at home. I was getting it scanned at my local photography shop where I was getting my film developed. However, the scans were really not the quality that I was hoping for, and I wanted to have the ability to fine-tune and adjust my scans instead of getting back like a very generic low quality scan. When I looked around online, I found that the easiest and most cost-effective way of doing this was with my digital camera. I have looked at the large professional scanners, but unfortunately they are pretty expensive. There are also very low cost ways of doing this. You can buy the little tiny scanners that you can get on Amazon, which are around $100. They have a screen on the front of them, but the quality is really not there and there's not a lot of room for adjustment. I found a kit on Amazon that is actually a little light box that attaches to the end of a macro lens on your digital camera. There are other places that sell similar devices. Like there is a company out there by the name of Veloy that sells a really nice kit for you to do this. But this kit I found on Amazon was about $130. Came with a little holder that you could put your film strip into, as well as a holder for slides. Now for me this was kind of a bonus because I actually have a lot of slides that are old family photos, and I wanted the opportunity to also scan in my slides as well as my 35mm film. The device works by connecting to a macro lens attached to your digital camera. You'll need to have a DSLR or a mirrorless. I'm using my mirrorless because that's just all that I have. And the lens that I have is an older lens, but it does have autofocus. I just have to use an adapter because it's not a Z mount. The kit does come with stepping tubes that can kind of help you put distance between your macro lens and the light. For me, I didn't really need that because I have a 60mm lens and I wanted to bring my lens as close to my negative as possible. But depending on the focal length that you have, you might need them. Once you've scanned all of your film, you're going to need a way to convert them from negative to positive. To do this, I use Negative Lab Pro. It is a plugin that works with Lightroom, so you will need to have Lightroom if you're going to use this method. I found that the software worked really well. It was very easy to use. And once you have imported all of your photos, Negative Lab Pro recommends that you adjust your white balance before making the conversion. But once you have, there's also controls in Negative Lab Pro that allows you to fine-tune your photo so that you can get the very best result. Because of the focal length of my lens, I actually have to crop in a little bit with my negatives, but that's really okay because the camera takes a picture that is of such a high resolution. This is really not an issue. I'm not really losing much by doing this. However, I found that this was a really high quality method for scanning my negative. When it came to focusing and taking a picture of each scan, my camera was able to very easily autofocus and snap right in on the negative, so I got a sharp image every time. It is recommended that you go for like say f5 or f8 for your f-stop when taking these photos. I worked in manual mode because that's what I'm used to working in, but I didn't really make a lot of changes to my camera settings when I did these scans. I have not only found this method really easy for scanning, but also incredibly fast. It only takes me a few minutes to scan a whole roll of film and get it uploaded into Lightroom so that I can convert it over into positives. So I hope that you found this helpful. Now, like I said in the video, there are other scanning devices very similar to this one that are probably of a much better quality, but personally I found that this worked just great and I've been really happy with the results. I don't think I'll ever go back to having my negatives scanned at my local lab. Plus, I'm actually saving about $12 per roll for that service. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope you continue to enjoy your photography journey.